Okay, now it's recording. Confusing. I don't know where to put this. Oh well. Wow. I have to go back the other way now. Sorry, failing at this. Oh well, it's fine. How is everyone?
Good, how are you?
Good. Everyone excited that it's their last meeting?
Sad.
All right. I'm gonna assume that everyone read the paper or whatever with assignment. I guess we can start. Decide what is the most powerful argument against IDS. Whoever wants to start.
All hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. There we go. So I would say the biggest problem with it is like when it talked about problem 2 in the reading was student lacks a mature base in any of the contributing disciplines.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if you don't have like a core understanding of the two different things that you're combining, then your interdisciplinary studies, I mean, pretty much it's not going to be helpful to you in any way. I mean, obviously, if you don't have a base core in one thing, it'll help you with the other one.
Right.
If that makes sense. But I thought that was the biggest against, because obviously you need to be able to understand two different things to blend them together and use them to help you to solve a common problem.
That's what I also picked as like the most powerful argument. But in the same token, like I don't know. I think my two things I picked were organizational leadership and I think sales and marketing, I think was one of them. I know like so much about sales and marketing and nothing about organizational leadership, but I was just like, well, I figure it's gonna need it. It's gonna be helpful, so why not?
Yeah.
So I can kind of see how it is like an argument, but at the same time, like at the same token, you're still learning like the classes for it. So I feel like, is it really an argument, or like are you just like you're taking it to learn? So that's how I kind of thought about it.
I agree. I thought my the strongest argument was the same as your guys's.
Yeah. Oh no, we lost Chris.
We did lose Chris.
Oh no. All right, well, hang on for a second. Hope he comes back soon.
Jack, how's Barstool going?
It's going really good. Yeah.
Have you met Big Cat yet?
I have, yeah. They're all.
Have you actually? I'm so jealous, dude. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, no, I pretty much work with, well, I don't work for all of them, but like they're all in the same office. So like we share the kitchen, we share common places.
Oh my God.
My first week is actually kind of funny. I met Alex Rodriguez because Big Cat was interviewing him.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it was wild.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Every time I listen to Pardon My Take, I think, wow, just randomly, a kid in my group live meeting class is literally working at Barstool this summer.
The one with their new intern, Jilly Football.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was in their video. If you go back and watch the stool scenes, I'm in it.
Nuh-uh.
They actually put me on. I was also on the radio. I was on Barstool Radio on Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wild. I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking crazy. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that on this. I'm sorry. It's that professor, whatever. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I went out on Friday, so I got to meet a bunch more people that worked there. It was wild.
Have you met Dave?
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. That's something else.
I'm so lost because I don't know what it is, but it sounds cool.
It's a media company where pretty much if you're a male from the age of 18 to 35, you're probably obsessed with it. That's kind of their demographic.
Oh, I can't relate then.
Yeah, no worries.
That's awesome, man. Good for you.
Thank you. So last time, you guys thought there was like a window open during my video.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The fan that was on, and now I'm keeping it off, but it's like 1,000 degrees in my apartment right now, so feels like I'm like working out during this thing.
You're like sitting in the sauna.
It's like holy crap. But nice to have you back, Chris.
Yeah. My computer just shut off for no reason.
It's all right. I was like, we lost him, so let's just hang on and chat. We just talked about, I think we all picked the argument of if you don't have a common knowledge of your two, studies prior to selecting them, that you won't have as great of a chance as truly understanding them and being to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a different argument against IDS?
No, I agree, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to decide what the most powerful argument on behalf of IDS is.
So I can start if my mic is still working, but I would say like kind of going against what our just argument was, but if you do have like a pretty good base knowledge, like obviously we've talked over and over again about combining two different studies, or not just two different studies, two different kinds of things and blending them together to solve a common problem, and how that can be like a huge success, just like think about things from different points of views. So I think that is by far and away the biggest argument for interdisciplinary studies, because we talked about how like political figures and people of power need to adapt this mindset so that they can use other people's point of views and common factors and blend
Yeah.
together, solve something that fixes it for everybody,
Yep, absolutely.
That was my take on it.
On the the Perusal website, I think on that document, I noted how like I didn't realize like at the time of starting interdisciplinary studies how much or how like great the fact that I could combine two majors was, but combining two majors like really I think is pretty awesome to do at ASU, because I mean every school there is pretty great in their own sense, whether it's business or journalism or communication. Every school has their pluses and their minuses, and I think interdisciplinary really does a good job at highlighting the greater part of both schools and gives you the best opportunity to kind of make out with what you're taking. So I think the integrative studies is probably the best argument on behalf of interdisciplinary.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I agree. I think that like one of the best things about it is it gets you to think outside the box a little bit. You're not stuck heading down this one narrow path of whatever you're studying, and you kind of have a more broad spectrum while getting your degree.
Absolutely. I kind of said the same as Antonio, and said that the integrative studies, especially for someone like myself who I do a lot of different jobs, and it has kind of helped me not get so bored with just learning about one thing, and also it's helped me become like have more of a mindset of like an entrepreneur, like a politician, or someone that has to like think differently about situations from different angles and like have different like databases of knowledge and stuff. I really like the option of having the option to pick basically two majors, because it made it more enriching for myself and my education. Okay. Discuss the most important skill or trait you want to develop and be able to articulate it to others to offset the inherent weaknesses of an IDS degree.
I can start on that. I think the most important skill that I really want to develop is conceptual blending. I mean, I think being able to take the ideas of others and incorporate them into your own and finding a best solution for a situation or problem is pretty helpful in life. And I think that's probably one of the best skills and traits that we can learn and inherit from this course. I think that's probably what I'd go with on there. We lost you, Jack.
You're in the can't hear you.
Better?
Yes.
You're in the upside down.
Yeah. Wait, I'm upside down?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, I think I kind of agree with you, conceptual blending, because sometimes I think my mindset when I'm like tasked with making a decision can just be like, all right, like what's easiest on my behalf, and I don't always think about, like how is this going to affect like either coworkers, like family, or other people that you're going to like that the decision could affect. Whereas like conceptual blending, you can take two different mindsets and just point of views and think about it from different perspectives to make sure helping everybody and not just one person.
Absolutely. I said that I was kind of torn between, I'm sorry. I was kind of torn between integration and conceptual blending because I feel like I could probably use the most help with conceptual blending, but I think I would rather focus on getting better at integration because while I think to like do things in a sequential manner and like I think like I'm taking concepts from one thing and, you know, using it for something new, it's sometimes I get like a little frazzled in the mix and it takes me longer to do steps that in the end could be done simply in a simpler fashion. So I think for myself, I would probably try to work on integration more.
Mine's definitely transfer, I would think. I would like to be able to transfer knowledge that I already have, that I've obtained in my life, and use it through a new means to kind of expand on what I'm learning in school and to my benefit, I guess, for my future success.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much I think what we do from like every course. Like we have to remember, you know, what we can to transfer it to the next course, and especially now, I get at least where I am in my studies, everything is going in such like a sequential order that it's actually making sense for once. So I'm not taking like a business course and then a math course and then like back to business and trying to remember one thing after the other. So yeah. Jeez, that was it.
As I wrap this up.
Yeah, that was it. That was not bad. Okay, I don't have to do anything now, right? I don't have to make a new meeting for next week.
Oh yeah, good.
All right, well, it's been fun, guys.
Yeah, it's nice meeting all of you. Good luck on your future endeavors.
Yeah.
You guys as well. Happy Father's Day. I hope no one's on that course, you know. But you know.
Yeah. Can't say I'm out on that one. All right.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
You too, guys.